Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be adding more detail to our car. In the last episode we started modeling the car. In this episode I'm going to be adding the tires, we're going to be adding the headlights, the backlights, and so on. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're here in Unity and we're going to be continuing our modeling process of the low poly isometric world. And on the last episode we talked about modeling the car and continuing to add some more details. So what we're gonna start with, we're gonna start basically adding a bumper on the front, adding another bumper on the back, and then some of the side mirrors. So let's get going. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change this to face mode, and we're gonna zoom in, and we're gonna change it to scale and extrude. I'm gonna move it down a tiny bit, right about there. I think I'm happy with that. And then extrude again, right about there. And then I'm gonna select the faces on the sides, and we're gonna extrude those. And then moving back a tiny bit. There we go. And perhaps we can move the lights. Let's see. Let's go back to object mode. Move the lights a little bit. And I also want to copy the license plate. And we're going to put it in the front. Right on the front bumper. Right about there. And this is a process. It doesn't really need to be perfect. We're gonna be improving it as we go. So I normally start like this, and then, you know, as we add more detail, the car is gonna start to look better. So let's actually do that same thing on the back. So we're gonna select the back face, and we're going to change it to scale mode, and then hold our shift key, and then extrude. And right about there. I want this one to be a little bit bigger. So right about there. And then I'm gonna hold my shift key one more time. Extrude. And right about there. So, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on the front. I'm gonna select the side faces. Change to scaling mode. Extrude a little bit more. Except in this one, let's see, let's actually, yeah, let's go right about there. Except in this one, I think I want to go, I don't want to go in. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that doesn't look right. So let's, instead of doing that, let's select the faces on the, that are right here. And then let's do an extrude there. There we go, that looks better. And we could actually go around these, but I don't really want to add that much detail. So I think I'm gonna, let's see. I'm actually gonna go back a tiny bit, and I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm fine with that. I want the car not to be that detailed. So, and then let's go back to object mode. And then raise or license plate on the back a tiny bit, and there. All right, so our car is looking much better. We can go into game mode and look and see how it's looking. So it's looking more like a real car. And so now let's build the side mirrors. So for that, I'm gonna copy the front lights, and we're going to size it. Let me put it, I would put it really close to the car to see if the size is right. So I actually like the size. I don't mind the size, but I'm gonna go to, let's see, to photographic camera, And let's actually place it right on the right side, right about there. And I'm gonna just give it a little bit of an angle. I really like things to be very symmetrical. So whenever you're doing 3D modeling, and especially low poly, make sure that you're looking at, you know, the geometry and things are aligned correctly, because even though it's simple low poly art, you can really tell when something is just out of place. So all right, so I'm happy with that. I'm actually gonna move it. Let's see, let's go back to the front, and yeah, that's fine, looks good there. And then we're gonna use our extrude again. I'm gonna select that face, go to scaling mode, and we're going to scale it on the y-axis right about there, and we're gonna go down a tiny bit. Let's actually go closer so we can see what we're dealing with. There we go, right about there. And I'm gonna scale it just a tiny bit. All right, and then let's hold our shift again, and let's go inside and extrude. So okay, let's extrude one more time. And in here, I'm going to scale it. And there we go. We're gonna try to make it look like it's coming out of the car. So right about there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so I'm now 100% happy. Let's select some faces first. So let's go back into our hierarchy. I got too far from the car. So, and then go into vertices mode, and we're going to select the vertices that are on the middle. And I got them all. So, and I'm actually going to scale them a little bit, and let's actually do it a little bit more. We haven't used the edge mode yet, the edge tool yet, so let's actually do that with this piece right here. So I'm gonna select all the edges around. I don't want that one, so right about there, and we're gonna go inside a little bit more. And let's see, let's actually go up a tiny bit. And these two are a little bit out of place, so let's, okay, so I'm happy with that. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the edge tool again, and we're gonna select these two, right about there, these two edges, and we're gonna go back a tiny bit more, and I think I'm happy with that. That's perfect. All right, there is our side mirror. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the one on the other side, but instead of creating it from scratch, we're gonna clone this. And I'm going to, so if you scale on that axis, you can notice that that's going to a negative number. So we're gonna just basically change this to a negative number. So from 1.93033 to a negative number. And then we're gonna just put it back in place. Let's go up so we can see, just to make sure they're both aligned correctly. So I think I'm happy. Let's move it a tiny bit back. All right. Let's go back into perspective mode. Let's go back into our game view. and right about. Okay, so we have a car, we have the side mirrors in place, the bumpers. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show on this video. Hey guys, thank you again for watching the video. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good time adding more detail to the car. And on the next episode, we're gonna be working on materials. I want to add materials to the windows. I want to add materials to the body of the car, and pretty much just close it down and have our scene completed as far as like the materials. So thank you again for watching. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you again.